Is it possible to turn a $100,000 net worth into 10 million by retirement? We're going to find out, and I'm going to document everything. This is the Hatch Family Hustle. I'm Isaiah, and this is Hatch Family Hustle. This channel is going to be about tracking our journey from a $100,000 net worth to $10 million net worth, hopefully by retirement. We're going to share our strategies that help us get there, as well as the mistakes that we make along the way. We're hoping you can learn from our mistakes so you don't repeat them in your own personal life. You can expect weekly net worth updates along with our wins and losses for the week. We're also going to cover a topic of choice each episode to dive into. This channel is for everyone. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, if you're married, if you're single, does not matter. We want everyone to learn as much as they can from our situation to improve their personal finances. Let's jump into our first topic. You might be thinking, why 10 million? That's a pretty big jump from 100,000. The answer is simple. We want to be financially free. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom is being able to do what you want when you want with no hesitation. If we want to travel to Europe next week, we'll be able to do that. If we want to go to the Super Bowl, we'll be able to do that. With $10 million, we believe that we'll be able to do anything we want when we want. And that is the main goal. We want to take our money and be able to use it as a tool to buy our freedom. Because at the end of the day, that's all money is. It's just a tool. In addition to having a comfortable retirement, we also want to leave a legacy for our kids and the community. We want to be able to pass assets down to our kids. I want them to be in a better position than we were. And for the community, we want to be able to give and help people in need and empower as many people as we can to improve their financial situation. So in all, we believe $10 million is enough to accomplish our goals that we have set out. Now we're going to discuss our starting point. My wife and I met in 2016 in my sophomore year of college. In 2017, I transferred to a 4-year university. My wife and I decided to get our first apartment together. She was my girlfriend at the time. We would not be at this point today if it was not for my wife, who worked full-time while I was jobless finishing up school. We had our studio apartment that was about $900 a month for rent, and we shared a car. Her sacrifice allowed me to graduate and begin my career so I could make real money. In 2019 is when I graduated and we moved back home. At that point, we were both working and lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. In January of 2020, I landed my first real job out of college. This was an exciting moment. Everything was good, but one thing was bugging me: my student loan debt. So what I decided to do was to get a second job to help pay down my student loans faster. During the summer of 2020, I worked at Papa John's. My wife was not thrilled at the time because I was always working shifts on Fridays and Saturdays. Within about 3 to 4 months, I was able to pay off all my student loan debts from working at Papa John's. I would take my full paycheck and any tips I got and paid it directly towards my student loans. As soon as I paid my student loans, I quit my Papa John's job. I cannot tell you how good that final payment felt. Fast forward to 2021, my wife and I ended up getting married. And jump to 2023, I ended up going back to school. I wanted to pivot to a career in data analytics. I knew I had to go back to school and get a degree to be able to get some experience and qualifications to be able to land an entry-level data job. Funny enough, at the same time, my wife was pregnant. After my son was born, I was juggling being a first-time dad, working full-time, and finishing up my degree. It was a crazy time for sure. And on top of all of that, we moved out of our apartment into a fifth wheel trailer on my mom's property to help us save money to be able to pay for college and save up for our son's birth costs. This was a crazy time, but I wouldn't have done it any other way. Now we go to the end of 2024. An opportunity pops up for a data job in Texas. I ended up getting the job in Texas, and we packed up and moved all of our stuff halfway across the country down to Dallas, Texas. This was another huge milestone in our lives. And that gets us to today. Almost been a year since we first moved here to Dallas, Texas. My wife and I are both 28, and we have 2 kids now. We love our little family of 4. She stays at home with the kids during the day, while I work a 9 to 5 as a data analyst. Our current net worth is about $115,000. Now you know where our starting point is and where we're headed. The biggest question of all: how do we plan to get there? $10 million is a lot of money. But in my experience, if you're not setting a goal that doesn't make you nervous, then it's not a true goal. And this goal definitely makes me nervous. But thing is, even if we don't hit 10 million, say we only get 6 or 7 million, that will still be enough for us to be financially free. So the goal is to shoot as high as we possibly can. It's doable through discipline, consistency, and a little bit of luck. And I have a plan. The first step in our plan is for me to grow my income. Growing my income is going to be one of the most important steps in this plan. If I grow my income, I'll be able to save more. If I can save more, compound interest will be able to do more for me. Another key point in our plan is budgeting. My wife and I have to be on the same page for budgeting. And for the most part, I think we are. Budgeting is the process of being able to track your expenses and categorize them so you know exactly what's coming in and what's coming out. If you don't track your transactions and where your money's going, you will have no idea what your personal finance picture is. You must know where your money's going and how you're spending it. If you can get a hold of your spending and start tracking everything, this will allow you to calculate what your savings rate is and what your burn rate is. The final key point of our plan is efficiency. Creating an automated system for our finances gives us great peace of mind. We don't have to worry about manually transferring money over and then taking that money and investing it. We can set up auto transfers and auto invest through our retirement and investment accounts. I don't have to rely on memory to be able to transfer money over and invest it. I can set all of that up automatically. This is a huge advantage because you don't have to think about anything. You just let everything do the work in the background. Remember, this is a long journey. So the more automation we have, the better. To wrap everything up, I hope you have a good understanding of what this channel is going to be about. If you're someone looking to improve their finances, this is the channel for you. Thanks for joining us in our very first episode. Tune in next week where we discuss our mindset and how that is the foundation for everything we do in regards to personal finance. Thanks for watching the Hatch Family Hustle. Hit the subscribe button and join our journey where we're creating financial freedom one step at a time.